What's Gucci, gamers? I'm recording this video mostly just for fun. It's just a quick little neat tutorial, or just not really a tutorial, but a guide on sort of how to handle certain situations, and how to respond to, I don't know, it's just gonna be an array of things. So we'll just see how it goes, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. So the first thing we're going to be talking about is the neutral game. Now the neutral game, for those who don't know, is basically when you're not if you're not in a combo or anything, or you're not blocking an attack. It's basically just that sort of point where no one's really at an advantage or disadvantage. So like right here, like I can't really do anything to him, that or anything. But that doesn't mean I can't do nothing. So right now we're at a neutral state, but say we're at this point. Now obviously Fighterz is a zoner, so what he's gonna do is he's gonna throw stuff at me. So yeah, stuff like that. So you know that stuff. And it's gonna be a little bit annoying, but the main goal here is trying to get past that. Now against the zoner for the neutral game, where they sort of, this is their territory, you're just gonna want to wait until you see the opportunity. So for example, he's gonna throw out the pizzas, and then he's gonna super dash. Or no, he's not gonna super dash. He's gonna throw out some key blasts, which I can just super dash through. So when I see him throw the pizzas, I know he's gonna throw a key blast. So this is my opportunity to sort of get my advantage back. That's one way to get past things. There's a quick tip. If you think they're gonna throw out something that you could just avoid just by super dashing, try it, because they most likely won't recover if they're doing some big move like the pizzas. So I'm gonna jump, and then he's gonna throw the pizzas, which won't work. So you can see that. Look. Yeah, that fucked up, but you see what I mean? Now I messed that up even more. I gave the AI a combo. There you go, and that gives me advantage. So there you go. That's one way. Another way of just going in, or at least approaching, this is what I do. I just usually like to instant air dash in cases when they're not throwing stuff at me, of course. Other times I'll really just block, because there's not much you can do. See, I'm already, there you go. Just do a couple dashes and then block, and you should be fine. I usually use instant air dashes just so I can recover faster. If you're also having trouble approaching your opponent in the neutral, it really helps to have an assist like Super Saiyan Goku's, because you can just, you know, if they're on the ground or something, or even if in the air, this already provides you enough coverage because you're in the beam, so it's hard for them to get into it. And say, hey, they're blocking, so there you go. You have your block string already, and you're already at an advantage. If they're not doing anything, if they're just waiting, just walking back, that's the sign to, you know, approach it slowly. Cause say they're just waiting, and then they decide to do that. This is the one thing: never super dash full screen, because if you do, this is gonna happen. Well, something along like that. I've timed that poorly, but there you go. You're gonna get anti-aired and you're gonna get comboed. So you might as well try not super dashing unless you know they're gonna throw something out. Just don't super dash full screen. It's very easy to react to. At this range, I would say maybe, because they're most likely gonna block it. And they can't react. And if you're feeling bold, you might throw an air dash if you think they're not gonna press anything afterwards. And if you feel even that's not gonna help, you could always just throw out an assist to help you. And there you go. Also, at this range, you're gonna, if you feel confident enough, you could always just throw out an attack. Characters with long range attacks are like Gohan and pretty much all the characters on my team, Gohan, Super Saiyan Goku, and Gogeta. They all have pretty good 2Ms, so low mediums. You see that hits pretty far. Gogeta's is even more insane. That hits. I don't know why it does. Super low. His low light hits pretty far too for a light. And then you know, it's just know which characters you can just throw out attacks. Also know what your go-to air-to-air attack is, and air-to-air is just an attack that you would throw out if you know if it hits them that you can sort of combo off of. So jump. Gohan's is just regular medium. You know. So know your air-to-airs as well. Just so in case you find them jumping around, throw out an attack. If it hits, it hits. You get a combo, a little combo. If it doesn't, you can start your block string in the air because it'll take them down. Yeah, if you just have beams in general, yeah, that'll also help. Just throw out that. If you feel like they're not gonna super dash or anything, just do that. Vanish, and if they're not blocking, your combo. If they are blocking, you can still vanish and you can start your block string there. All right, for this segment, we're gonna be talking about using assists. Assists are very prevalent in this game. You're going to be using them a lot, of course, with it being a team game and all. But it can be used in multitudes of ways. I'm going to chalk it down to 4. So the first way is what I mentioned previously, is the neutral. Obviously, throw out a beam. You know, get close, approach your opponent, and if it hits, a super dash will most likely help you convert it into a combo. Like so. Yada yada yada. But that's just the first way, you know, simple, I already explained. Then the second way is actually using them in combos. I don't know why I keep resetting there. With the combos, the first way of using them in combos is just, you know, throwing out, get your super dash, get a combo, yeah, that's it. But they are most helpful in damage. They can be optimized for way more damage by using the mid combo instead of using them to start combos. So, let's say I get a nice little super dash in here, and thanks to Gohan I can get a nice little leg kicks. With the help of Gogeta. Okay, that wasn't what I expected, but okay. Or with Goku even. No, I messed that up. There you go. I would have normally not been able to get that combo if I did not have an assist. That's it. If I don't want to use meter, you use assist. Because the only way I'm going to get a combo off of that is vanish. And even then, that scales my damage way more than an assist would. So, assists are the way to go in this game. Then the third way is just simple block strings. So let's say put that. Just an easy way to explain it is that obviously you have recovery on your attack. So if I just do a heavy, I'm gonna get punished. You can see here. Yeah, there you go. I get punished for it. If I just throw out an attack or whatnot, just like that, then I'm gonna get hit by something. That's for sure. So it's important to use assists because they're basically your golden ticket of not getting punished. So Or what attack will for sure punish me with Frieza? I'm not too sure. I think it's just heavy. There you go. You got punished by that. So, the easiest way to make sure this doesn't happen is just use an assist. You can see, well, my assist got hit there, but I didn't. When he pressed the button, so I obviously have enough time to recover. I have way more time than enough to recover, but to start my next attack. So you see there, easy as pie. Just time it right so that you can, you not only have enough time to recover, but also to start your next attack. Because some of the assists hit longer than others. Obviously, someone's like Gogeta's doesn't have as much block stun as Goku's. Then the final way is pretty easy. If you want to get like setups in the corner or whatever. So let's say just get a simple combo like this. Time the assist right. You get that, and with Dragon Rushes you can, you know, start your assault on the snap mech meta. The you know, snapping them in, just tagging them back in. You know, that stuff. Next up is the escaping the corner. I'm gonna try and keep this segment real short because there's really not much to it, other than just training and learning to react. So a lot of the times you're gonna be in the corner, and it's everyone's favorite game, and it's just eventually the opponent's gonna get you in a string that's gonna take years and years to finish, such as this. And then you're gonna get opened up like that. Now, to get out of the corner is a very, it can be easy, but it can be hard. If your opponent knows what they're doing, it's gonna be very hard, obviously. So, the thing is with block strings, they don't go forever. Obviously, there's gonna be a gap. There's usually a gap, unless the person perfectly plans out what they're gonna do. And even then, their assists take time to do whatever they gotta do to like recharge and come back in. So they're gonna have to have an opening. It's up to you to take advantage of this. So we've seen the block string that Cell does. We'll watch Cell do it again. So we got that. We know he's gonna do the same block string again. Say we do. So we know he's gonna do the same thing. If you notice, there's a gap between where he does an overhead and with after the Frieza assist, which gives me time to do one of the most efficient options in getting out of the corner. It's the vanish. So after the vanish, you're already on this side and he's on this side. So now he's in the corner, you switch sides, and now it's your turn to do your block strings. Okay? To do this is just do the same thing again. He's gonna do it again. You can do one of my You can do one of my favorite things in the world. That is the raw level 3, because you have full invincibility. So even if he tries to hit that overhead, it's not gonna work, and he gets hit, leaving you with advantage. So you can just come up to him after the knockdown on the level 3, and him missing a huge chunk of his health, which will obviously put more pressure on him. It's important to know what you're gonna do though, because they might be actually fishing for your vanishes, so they might just, you know, down heavy right afterwards. It's you gotta watch out. You gotta make sure they don't, like, you're not being predictable and throwing out vanishes left and right, because they might just, at that point, they might see, oh, he's doing a bunch of vanishes, I should probably like stop my combos mid thing, because he's probably mashing vanish, and he vanishes, and then boom, you get punished. Another thing to just keep in mind is that at some points you're just gonna be like stuck in a block string, because some of them will take forever. But you just gotta be patient and not crumble under all the visual vomit you might see, because they might have like some crazy assists. It's once you see what they do and you see the habits and what they're most likely to do, then at that point just keep in mind what they're gonna press next and just block. And once you keep blocking and blocking, eventually those assists are gonna not be up to par, and then there's your chance. Next is opening up an opponent. So obviously you're gonna have your block strings, yes. There you go. You're gonna have block strings like that, and it's just gonna be a lot of that until most of the time you watch these matches. It's just a lot of that until someone gets hit. But there's actually quite a bit more to it. It's a lot of mind games. So to give an example, say I do my heavy kicks and I don't do anything after that. So now they're gonna think, oh, he's not doing anything after that, so I'm gonna mash. Now in most cases that was not gonna work for me. But luckily, since I'm doing the heavy kick attack, I have a frame advantage to catch them mashing. That's what I mean. If they keep seeing me not doing anything after the kicks, like I'm not doing anything after the kicks, I'm gonna get hit. So now they've formed that habit in their head. That's what a lot of this game is, conditioning your opponent into a habit. So once they see that, they're just gonna mash pretty much every time, pretty much out of habit, because they've seen it work many times before. Why would it not work now? So that's what we used to exploit. So now we do my heavy kicks. That was a bad example. And there you go. They tried mashing. They get punished for it because they were so used to mashing square and it working that the one time it didn't work, they got caught by it. That's one way of doing it. So, well, that's the major way of doing it. It's really just conditioning your opponent to block certain things and then do the attacks that they're not ready to block. So there's also the Dragon Rush. Now, just doing it once, I feel, already puts enough into the opponent's head, because now they see, okay, this guy was not afraid to do a Dragon Rush out of nowhere. So now the guy has to watch out, because he knows that the Dragon Rushes are possible, and that's already in their head. You could not do it again, but they'll still have it in their head for the rest of the game. Obviously, they're gonna start sensing, okay, he hasn't been doing Dragon Rushes in a while, so maybe I'll try something. But that's when you obviously do the same thing. You just, if you have frame advantage, just keep pressing buttons, and you're gonna win. You're gonna win those encounters, and eventually all those combos of damage will rack up, and they'll win. Don't be afraid to use a Dragon Rush every once in a while, because more than likely, even I have trouble reacting to them. Unless you're fighting some godly player who like reacts to all Dragon Rushes, it's very hard. As long as you're not predictable with them. Like, say you keep doing them after a certain hit, like, oh, after the heavy and the assist, I'm gonna Dragon Rush. If you keep doing that, they're gonna catch on to it and either tech the Dragon Rush, or they're just gonna straight up mash and do their combo. And the thing that is important in your arsenal in opening up an opponent is knowing what your character does, like your move sets. So I don't know why I switched. So I've been playing Gohan recently. He's been a lot of fun. So as you see, I've been using the leg kicks, because those are a really efficient part of his toolkit because he's one of the few characters that can do stuff like that. He also happens to have a command move. You know, other than the basic stuff, a command move is just basically anything different from the normal stuff. Like, oh, he's got, if you do down, forward, and heavy, you get that little kick instead of doing it down heavy, or just regular heavy. So you have 3 heavy kicks. So he also has another command move, fast fall. You know, comes immediately down to the ground. Has a bit of recovery, but still really good nonetheless. This can be used to mix up your opponent. This is a Gohan only thing, obviously. It's all about knowing your character. So after that, I have frame advantage to do something else. So I can use the command move like that, so they think I'm going to go for an overhead, and then I can immediately hit the ground like that. And they most likely won't be expecting if they're not mashing. And if they do, well, they're just going to block again. It's simple as that. So know your character's moveset and what they're allowed to do and what makes them different from the others. Because that overall doesn't help with just this, but overall your game. The last thing I want to talk about is meter usage. Meter usage, personally, I just think comes down to how you want to use it. But I'll just tell you my personal preference that's been working out a lot for me. I don't really like to use meter unless I absolutely need to, or if I feel I'm going to kill a character. So, for example, this Frieza's pretty low health. So I can be like, okay, just do my little snazzy combo. This assist come in handy. And I'm like, oh, okay, he's gonna die, so I might as well do a level 3 to... And there you go, it kills. That's one of the few occasions I'll use it, if it's gonna kill. Or, as I said before, when I'm in the block string, I'll use it to get out of the block string because there's gonna be a gap. That's why I usually say have an extra bar of meter just in case anything goes wrong. I won't spend it willy-nilly. Although sometimes I'll use it for enhanced moves. Like, i.e. the enhanced legs for Gohan are really good. Obviously I won't use that much meter in one string, but that's just an example. It's really good. So check out your character's enhanced moves and see if they have any different properties than what you would do in the medium and light, because they usually do. Like better frame advantage or just a different property overall. Like it might send your opponent flying, like and the other versions can't do that. And this is only for, I only really suggest this for if you don't have a character that has a hard knockdown. Like, because all the characters I have all have hard knockdowns, but let's say, I don't know, you're playing base Goku, just do a simple universal combo. You can do a vanish and then a dragon rush right after to get a hard knockdown. That's the only other thing I would use, because hard knockdowns are very good in this game, and they recently just gave the dragon rush a big buff by making it able to get hard knockdown in the air. So just vanish, dragon rush, then you get a hard knockdown. But yeah, that'll be pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is probably really crappy, but hopefully someone learned something from this video. So yeah, that's it. Just let me know if you guys want more, and I'm out.